What's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're feeling this shit. I've been noticing that y'all been subscribing lately, and I really appreciate y'all getting the word out. Just go ahead and press the like button a little bit more, and keep on sharing my video. That way, we can get the message out, fellas. But anyway, I ain't gonna waste y'all time. Let's get it.
Sisters, we've got to stop being hospice care wives. We have to. Today, yet another friend I've learned who got married later in life, and I'm talking 45 and above, because it seems that when myself and my friends who have been single women who wanted to get married when we were 23 to a nice man who built something with us, it didn't happen. And so we turned 45, and then suddenly here come all these brothers, 40, 45, 50, just Rico Suaves. I mean, complete love bomb. They grabbed my friends. They ran them down the aisle. And today I find out yet another one of their husbands has dropped dead. I mean, I just put it that way. He was already sick when he got with her. And what I'm finding is that with a lot of my friends, because we've been professional women, are getting married to these men, and they are simply looking for benefits. They're looking to rest and to nest. It's not in sickness and in health, it's in sickness and in death. So they realize that they can't pee anymore, or their kidneys are failing, or they feel like they are about to have a stroke or have already had one. And then suddenly they meet my beautiful friends who've worked hard to do everything in life, to take care of themselves, to not be one of the 4 or 5 black women who are murdered every day by mostly black men. And they come up, meet my friends, and they run and get married. And the next thing I know, my friends are dealing with millions of dollars worth of medical bills. Not only dealing with the medical bills, but after these men have passed, here come all their grown ugly kids busting up into my friend's house, breaking their noses, carrying things out of their house, and knowing that their dad was living in efficiency. One of them was living with his mother, goes to live with my friend who has a house of her own, and then he passes away, and then here come all of his grown children and grandchildren kicking in her door to take things because they're certain that she's killed him, even though he's been on kidney dialysis for almost as long as, I guess a week after they got married. We've got to stop this, because here's the thing that we need to get in our heads, sisters. If he did not change y'all's babies' diapers when y'all were 23, 24, 27, you don't need to be changing his pants. If he did not push your babies that you had together after y'all got married in that house that y'all got together in a stroller, don't push him around in a wheelchair. Like the last funeral I went to was of a sister, a nurse, who married a man who had kids. She had kids. Sister doing just totally fine by herself. Nice condo. Marries him, moves him in. Few years later, he dies. A torso. Diabetes. Had every limb on his body taken off except for his head. He was a torso by the time they put him in the casket. She's left with his medical bills and dealing with his grown kids, who feel that even though that condo was already hers before she married him, that they're supposed to be getting something. Stop marrying them. Stop marrying them. If you're not 22 or 23 and y'all are working to build something together, don't do it. Because this is when black men get 45 in their 50s, they start to realize that they have an expiration date. And that's when they decide that they're going to find the best black woman that they can find, marry you. They make sure you got benefits and you got a place to stay. And then they want to come and sit in their femininity, but didn't do anything for you. They gave their youth and all of their health and their years of fertility and the years that they could have built wealth to some thought or just tramped around or bought cars while we were paying extra to stay in safe apartment complexes. We built our careers and built our financial wealth. And then now all of a sudden they want to come in and move into your house and have you to take care of them while they lay up on you. I mean, I could go down the list. I have one friend, married a guy. She was totally doing well by herself, married him. 2 weeks later, he's sick, quits working on her medical insurance. She's got $1 million worth of medical bills. Another friend married a guy. Oh, he was love bombing her. I was in their freaking wedding. And guess what? Year after going back for their 1 year anniversary, I was going to go back there for it. He laid in the bed and died. Heart attack, right? Another friend married a guy. Soon as she married him, he realized that he was sick. He didn't know that beforehand. Gets with her, gets on her medical insurance, lives off of her, and then as soon as he got well from his illness, he left her, and now she's paying him alimony and has to give him a portion of her retirement. Sisters, we got to stop being taken advantage of. We got to stop being hospice care wives. If you want to get with him, go ahead and get with him. If you want to move him in your house, move him in your house. But here's what you don't do. Do not marry him, because then he becomes your financial responsibility. And I'm telling you, these black kings, they love to rest in their femininity. They love to come up in your nice house with your fireplace and lay there and have you to nurse them to death. If you just want to have him and you just want a king, you just want one, here's what you do. Because he's going to move into your house, and then you're going to put your money together. Then he's going to take your money to buy you an engagement ring with your money. Tell him don't do that. Take that money and go get him a complete physical. Get a full physical. I'm talking teeth and everything, because most of these brothers have not been to the doctor since they were playing football and had a physical, right? In high school. And so missing teeth and all this. So look at how much you're going to have to pay to sustain him for the next 5 years, because most of them are dying like at 50, before 55. So if you marry him later in life, see how much it's going to cost you to take care of him. And try to look into see what those medical bills are going to be. Okay. Look at his health insurance, if he has any, and make sure that he stays on his health insurance and doesn't get on yours, because yours most likely is going to be better than his, because you will have, built up something and been at your job for a while. Don't put him on your medical benefits. Okay. Once you find out what his health is, then the next thing you do is go get a life insurance policy, no less than $100,000. Get a life insurance policy, go to an attorney, have a will written up, and have him to agree that whatever he walked in with is what he's going to be walking out with. And if he should die before you, which he probably will, then his grown ass ugly kids and grandkids and great grandkids can come and get his things in a trash bag sitting out on the yard, and they can come and get all of that. Okay. The insurance policy will be in your name. You will be the beneficiary. Now, if you all decide that if something happens to him, you want to give his kids, some of that, then y'all decide that and put it in writing and also have it on video. Because I can guarantee you this, their daddy could have had prostate cancer and been on kidney dialysis for 27 years. But as soon as he gets with you and moves into your nice house and you clean him all up and something happens to him, they're going to come running at you and accusing you of taking his life. Sisters, stop being hospice care wives. If you want to be with them, you don't have to marry them. Do not take any financial responsibility for these men that did not take any financial responsibility for you when you were younger and in your 20s. And some of these young girls, y'all trying to get with these old men because you want to be able to get their Social Security after they pass away. Okay, let me warn you against that, because some of them owe so much money that you ain't going to be able to get nothing once you finish paying for their medical bills and paying for all of the expenses that they have because they are sick. And again, your granddaddy is fine. You love your granddaddy. When I say fine, I mean, like, it's great. Like, I loved hugging my grandfather and being there with my grandfather. But it is something that is just kind of gross about an old man that has not taken care of himself. Because many times if they haven't had a woman to take care of and make them go to the doctor, they missing teeth. They smell like penicillin, shit, and curry, right? Coming out of their noses, hair all up places, missing the side teeth and all that. Stop taking them in. Don't let anybody use you. You've done the work. You've worked hard. You've been that worker bee, and you've been a busy ant working. Don't let him come in and take advantage of you. Don't be a hospice care wife.
So, okay, you heard her rant. I really find that it was really funny how she brings up about how black women should not be black men's hospice wife. But there's a lot of lies in that statement alone. And we're going to go through that right now. You already know.
My nigga.
For starters, she said that she wanted to build at 23. That's a lie. The only reason why you pursued a career was because you hoped that you will land a wealthy man while you were having fun with the bad boys all your life.
He ain't lying.
Whenever someone is always mentioning a friend experiences, she's lying.
I am shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
Because I'm sure her so-called friend wouldn't appreciate her saying that her husband dropped dead.
Shit. Yeah, I'm tired of that. It was so disrespectful.
Now, because she is 45, it is important for me to remind her that black women have an array of medical issues as well.
Oh, no.
Now, based on this article that I do want to read to y'all, very important. Let's see here. It is titled 8 Health Conditions That Disappropriately Affect Black Women. And I'll just name them off. I'm not going to read the whole article. Y'all can check it out yourselves. It says 1, heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. Aren't those the 3 main things that you mentioned that your so-called friends' husbands dropped dead from?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Number 2 is breast cancer. Number 3 is cervical cancer. So when she was referring to, black men not being able to, pee and stuff like that, black women go through cervical cancer. It says that there are 77% more likely to die from that than experts previously thought. So, I'm not saying now, I guess, the prior estimate said that it was 5.7 women per 100,000 would die of the disease. But based on the research, that puts the number at 10 per 100,000. So that's a high number. But like I said, I'm not going to go through the whole article. I just want to go through the things that you have to worry about when you date an older black woman, black man.
And you know this, man.
Now, fibroids is something that black women go through. Let's see here. It says premature delivery. Let's see here. Premature delivery is one. I guess it's something that they always can't necessarily control, I guess. Other than, making sure that they don't wait too late to, have a child, or don't have the child too early for that matter as well. Sickle cell disease. It says STDs. I'm not going to even bring up which STDs they are, because that's a whole nother debate right there. And I'm sure y'all ladies don't want me to get into that just yet. But like I said, y'all can look up this article yourselves. Number 8 Last but not least, mental health issues.
Just like a woman.
Which is what this lady who made this video is exhibiting, because you can just tell that she's really hurt and she's upset that she let time catch up to her. You know, she's 45. I don't know if she has any children. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. She's probably upset because she messed up on her chance, because like she said, she's a professional woman.
So I could focus on my career.
So you know what that basically means. She was riding the cock carousel while hoping that she was gonna land that, you know, 6-figure guy. You know, unfortunately, it never happened.
Emotional damage.
So she's resenting, you know, all the black men who did not give her a chance.
Ooh, D drops.
Through this whole debate, she has not mentioned any of the successful black men, or white men for that matter, who are trying to marry her, which is why she's so bitter and hurt, and she's so vindictive when referring to black men. Why? Because to her, black men should marry her post-menopausal self after she dated drug dealers and older men in high school while we were on a school bus.
See, boy, see why I tell you marriage is bad?
I don't care what nobody say. I ain't never getting married. Statistically speaking, it was bound to fail anyway.
Yeah, y'all fellas remember those times. Now, if I'm gonna settle down, why the fuck would I settle down with a woman who couldn't give me a child? She gave her best years of life to her career and other men. I'll just stick to the young ladies at the junior college.
First damn word come out your mouth, I got money.